Hello my quilting friends, Leah Day here with a new Quilty Box video. I just received my Quilty Box for October. It's full of fun gear from SariDiddy.com. So let's check out what came in the box and what we're gonna make with the contents. Just in case you've never heard of Quilty Box, basically it's a box of fun gear that arrives every month. It's a subscription, just like a magazine, only it comes with cool supplies. And they're already always selected by a particular quilter. And this quilter is Sarah Thomas, and her website is SariDiddy, that's SariDitty. And she has selected some really cool products for us to play with, some really cool supplies. So first we've got, this is Wonderfill thread. I've been looking at it. It is super, super thin. So I'm used to using Isacord. That's a 40 weight thread. And this is 100 weight. So really nice stuff. I can't wait to play with that. It's Wonderfill and Visifill. So I'm definitely going to be playing with that. We've got a thread cutter from Sunflower Quilts. And it's for chain piecing. I think you just set it on top of the tabletop and then it's got a blade right here and you can just cut your chains apart. That's kind of cool. We have a nice quilt pattern from Sarah Thomas that is hexametry, and it's really nice because it slices the hexagons in half so that way you can piece them together in rows. That's really helpful. I really like that. Hexagon piecing can be challenging, definitely. We've also got a seemingly accurate seam guide that helps you line things up and piece things together very accurately. That's really nice. And the fabric is always the best part of every Quilty Box. And this month we have got some awesome hexagons. It is Me Plus You fabric, and they are 8 inches across this way. And that is massively huge. And you can see just how many beautiful colors we have to play with. So this is going to be fun. We've got to figure out something fun to create with these massive 8-inch hexagons, and I can't wait. I'm going to turn off the cameras and play for a bit, and then I'll be back to show you what I decide to do with these beautiful fabrics. So it took a little while to think about these hexagons and to think about a cool quilt pattern to make with them, and I came up with this Hexie Echo quilt. And it's a really, really simple quilt. You can see we're just working from the center hexagon in the middle, surrounding it with rows and rows of strips. And that's what makes the quilt. It's gonna be really fun. And you can find this free quilt pattern at leahday.com/hexieecho. So the very first step is to start with your center hexagon, whichever one you want. And we're going to cut 3 short strips of our background fabric. Just refer to your quilt pattern to know what size and shape to cut these. And you're going to arrange these on 3 of the sides, just like this. And flip them over, and you can see that they're cut just a little bit long. So just kind of center it up. So you're going to have a little bit extending from both sides. And that's a good thing because after sewing all 3 of these sides, we're going to always be taking it back to the cutting mat and trimming it up. So now that this is prepped up, we're going to take it to the machine and stitch all of these seams with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm just lining this up, making sure that these edges are nicely aligned, and remember that the top and bottom edges of your piece are going to extend beyond the edges of the hexagon, and that's a-okay. That's what you want, actually. We're going to trim up after every 3 seams with this quilt, going all the way around for every single row. This is how it's going to work. So the next step is to open out all of these seams, give it a good press. You want to finger crease these open and then give it a good press. And here's what it'll look at this stage. And so at this point, we want to trim up these edges so that they're nice and straight. So I'm going to place my ruler, and I'm lining this up with the edge of that hexagon, just making sure that the edge of the ruler is right on the edge of that hexagon shape. And I'll trim off kind of the extra little bits here that we have of those strips, rotate it around, and do the same thing all the way around. So this is one of those things you're just going to have to, after sewing, every 3, basically half your row, you sew half your row, get up, give it a press, and give it a trim, and then you'll be ready to piece on the second half of your row. So for this, you're basically going to do the exact same thing, only with the longer strips. So all I did was just place longer strips here, sew them together on those 3 opposing sides, and then we'll trim it up again. So there is a good bit of trimming with this pattern, but it's not real technical. One thing that's kind of nice is that when you get one strip attached, you can line up the 2 1/4 inch mark on your ruler. Make sure it's nice and straight and square, and give it a trim. And that makes sure that each of these rows is going to be 2 inches wide finish. They're 2 1/2 inch strips when we cut them, and so when they're finished in the quilt, they should be 2 inches. So just line that up and work your way around. Now from here, you just simply start your next row. So the next row is a color row, and you can pick any colors that you like. And I've cut these just a little bit long. I was just grabbing some strips that were already cut. And you can see you could even use like leftover strips that you had from another pre-cut project, and you could use those, and that would work out just fine. So again, you will first piece on the 3 shorter strips, and then you'll go in with 3 longer strips to create that row. So you're going to alternate a background row, which I've done in white, with a color strip row that can be any color that you like. So that's it for this video. I really hope that you've enjoyed learning how to make this Hexie Echo quilt. You can find this free quilt pattern at leahday.com/hexieecho. If you'd like to learn more about Quilty Box, check it out in the link below this video. It's an awesome way of getting new tools, supplies, and fabrics every single month to inspire you to make new, beautiful quilts. And I realized I only used 1 hexagon from this pack, so I think I'm going to try making a few other quilts with these hexagons as well. So definitely subscribe to my videos so you don't miss out on those new quilting tutorials coming out soon. And if you have any questions about this video, how things worked and how it went together, anything at all, definitely ask in the comments below. Until next time, let's go quilt.